2 years after the devastating Hamas attack on Israel, the conflict shows no signs of easing as Israeli forces continue their bombardment of Gaza, even as Hamas and Israel engage in discussions about a potential peace initiative proposed by Donald Trump. But here's where it gets complicated. While both sides claim to be seeking a resolution, the reality on the ground remains starkly violent, with heavy bombing campaigns and escalating tensions. And this is the part many overlook. Despite the diplomatic efforts, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is worsening, leaving millions trapped in a cycle of destruction. As the anniversary of the October 7, 2023 attack approaches, Israeli military operations have intensified, targeting Gaza from the air, sea, and land. Residents describe a relentless barrage, with tanks and jets striking neighborhoods in cities like Khan Yunis and Gaza City. Meanwhile, Hamas and its allies have vowed to continue their resistance, declaring that Palestinian weapons will remain in the hands of future generations until their land is liberated. This stance raises a critical question. Can a lasting peace be achieved without addressing the root causes of the conflict, or will negotiations merely delay the inevitable? On the Israeli side, families of hostages taken during the 2023 attack are still waiting for answers. At sites like Hostages Square in Tel Aviv, people gather to honor the 251 Israelis held in Gaza, many of whom remain unaccounted for. One mother, Hilda Weisthal, expressed her frustration. "It's like an open wound. 2 years later, they're still not home." Yet for Palestinians like Mohammed Dib, the pain is equally profound. "We've lived in fear for 2 years," he said. "We just want a ceasefire, a chance to rebuild." The international community is divided. While some Western nations have recognized Palestinian statehood and pro-Palestinian protests erupt globally, Israel remains isolated, its military actions drawing widespread condemnation. Trump's plan, which aims to end the war through a ceasefire, hostage releases, and aid to Gaza, has garnered support from Arab and Western states. But critics argue it risks sidelining Hamas, the group that controls Gaza, and ignores the complexities of post-war governance. Is this a step toward peace, or a temporary truce that leaves deeper issues unresolved? The negotiations, held in Sharm el-Sheikh, involve high-stakes discussions about Israel's withdrawal from Gaza and Hamas's disarmament. However, key challenges remain. Trump's 72-hour deadline for hostage releases may be impossible to meet, especially for those killed in the conflict. Meanwhile, the U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Kushner, who has deep ties to the region, are working to broker a deal. Yet the absence of Hamas in key decision-making raises concerns about the plan's legitimacy. Can a solution be reached without including the voices of those who govern Gaza? And what happens if the talks collapse? The world watches closely, hoping for a breakthrough, but the path to peace remains as uncertain as ever.